this video is entirely unstructured. There's going to be a lot of just my thoughts and concerns, and I'll probably display a few of the factoids that I know on screen. August 13th gives me more reason to not upload to my YouTube channel and not to use YouTube. Lots of reasons. I have heard it often stated that variety content tends to be the killer of most YouTube channels, and I would agree. This is neither content nor the variety of content that I would like to delve into on this channel. However, here we are. Truth is, YouTube on August 13th will be enforcing a new mandate. They're going to ask you for ID, whether it be government ID or maybe even a credit card. My problem with that is it's a breach of our privacy. And our privacy is pretty important, as well as our right to free speech. Why does free speech come into play? We've seen how most corporations and organizations behave once they put themselves in the ability to enforce their own ideology. Once they become biased and no longer neutral, they will double down on what they think is right. And in this case, what they think is right is eliminating opposing speech. What is opposing speech, you may be wondering? Is anything that they disagree with. Let's say you make a comment that you feel pretty confident about, right? It's your perspective, it's your opinion. But if someone sees that, and under this new implementation, you have your ID on their system, whether it be from YouTube management or it be from someone who has the ability to get into your account, they can look you up and they can blackmail you because you said something that they disagree with. That's wrong. That's very wrong. Why would YouTube give bad actors that kind of opportunity? The copyright system that's implemented in YouTube already has a bad reputation because people can use that to falsely copyright a video, and in order to challenge it, you have to submit your personal details, and they'll use that to blackmail you. If everyone's included, what happens as a result? If every user, viewer, creator, if they're all on the list, if everyone has their personal information on there, what happens? We are suddenly afraid to speak our mind. That's not free speech. This violates a lot of things. I'll flash those up on screen right now. And this does come together as one big global effort. This has been happening in Australia, UK, Canada, and soon in the US. It's a concerted effort to kill internet culture and to suppress our freedoms, to silence us. This isn't okay. The reason I'm making this update is because I'm thinking that I may no longer update this channel. If I'm constantly under surveillance, why bother? I bet you didn't hear about that part either. YouTube will be using AI to keep track of what you watch, to try and figure out whether or not you're a kid. They'll ignore the date of your birth that you've set in the system. They'll ignore the age that you have set. How is that acceptable? We didn't agree to this. A handful of people decided what will affect millions of us. Millions. And how can we stand for that? We shouldn't. We should start a petition. We should say, this is not what we want. This isn't what we agree with. But part of me wonders if that'll even work. At what point does legislation continue to work? Because corporations have no problem bending the rules and ignoring it. I mean, this very algorithm will be collecting data on minors, right? Because if there are a certain percentage of minors that use website, think about it for a minute. This violates COPPA. It does. So if corporations are willing to break rules they're bound to, what stops them from just flat out ignoring the petitions or lawsuits? I might be wrong in saying this, but it feels like this will continue to get worse progressively. And as it gets worse, what will happen? People will have nowhere else to go. If this continues, I've got a feeling that the government might start mandating this kind of procedure or program, and I don't like that. It's like they're afraid of something, but we've been using the internet for years, decades. What's the problem now? Because people can see the truth, because people can openly share what they know. It's not state secrets getting out. It's just exposing what's going on in the world. One of the wonders of the internet is that it's bringing us closer together. And I think the government sees that and they might be afraid of it. Because the gap between us, the knowledge gap between each culture and nation, is closed. We can see into their culture. We can engage in it. They stream and we can talk to them. We can donate. This is just giving me more reason to not update my YouTube channel. I got other things going on. I'll show you here. That being said, yeah, August 13th, YouTube will be rolling out another new update. I'm going to boycott the usage of YouTube on August 13th, for sure. If the infringement of our rights continues in this fashion and gets more heavy-handed as I feel it might, we all know where that goes. And no one has the time or the patience for that bullshit.